Hello, this is Grant Fiero, the Skate Fillet podcast, episode 117. This is Mike Medina, as always, and John Dilo, today's special guest, is going to be with us, talking about some stuff he's got going on, talk about his recent video projects, and then whatever else has gone on this week. So, John, you originally hit me up to come on the show because of a video, like it's a homie video, right? The Sickhead video.
Yeah, it's a video I've been filming with my friend David in San Diego for the past like 3 years. So it's been like a while.
And who's in that? I know Ronnie Kessner's in it.
Yeah, it's myself, it's Ronnie, my friend Tyler Bowler, who's also from Florida, and Kevin Love.
Okay, yeah.
Who is from Virginia. But
what'd you say the name of it was?
What's that?
What'd you say the name of it was?
It's called Sickhead.
And what made you want it? The entire thing is filmed in SD?
Not all of it. We've made trips. Actually made a lot of trips. We've gone like Arizona, Sacramento, SF, Vegas. Like it's kind of just been like all over. But we just all lived in San Diego. Like we moved from LA to San Diego like 3 years ago as like a squad, and then that was when we kind of like took it more serious. It's been like an idea to make this thing for like a long time, just like my friend David really wanted to do it. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Florida homie videos through like, I don't know, a couple years ago or whatever.
I can't say that I have.
There was a lot coming out for a little bit, like Daylando videos like that, where like fools started blowing up and stuff. But my friend David actually made Spread the Good, and Nick Zizzo was in it, and some people that, some people are familiar with, but it was like his first video, and it's been a while since he's made another one. So he's really...
The dudes that you're in the video with are the guys that you moved out here from Florida with?
Yeah, well, David's the one who filmed it is originally who I moved in with from Florida. I made the trip across country with him. I drove across country to Long Beach originally.
When did you do that? That's fucking sick.
That was, when was that? That was, I want to say November. It was actually, I do remember because he sent me a text message and I was like so psyched. It was November 20th, 2012.
Oh shit!
Wow. Yeah.
To the day.
We drove across country.
You've kind of been like ahead of the like Florida push, so to speak.
I mean, I'm a little bit older than like Zion and like Jamie and everybody.
Right. Not by much though, right?
What's that?
Not by like a lot though, right?
Oh,
You're
no,
still
I'm
young.
20. I'm 23. Jamie's 21, and
right.
But yeah, I just moved out here like the very minute I could, like from high school. Like my friend David's like way older, so he's like 29. So when he moved out here, he was like 23 or something. So he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go. Like if you want to come," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And like I remember my parents gave me a hard time, and like they were just like, "Oh, like I don't know," because I had like money saved and they wanted me to go to college, and I was like, "Nah, I need to get out of here. Like I don't want to do this." And so I just left, and then we stayed in Long Beach for like, I want to say it was like a year, maybe a year and a half. We got like an apartment, and I think it was really strange how we ended up in San Diego. I met Kevin. I don't know are you guys familiar with Kevin?
I know Kevin because I live in San Diego. I don't know him personally, but I know of him.
Yeah. He's from Virginia Beach, and the first weekend I moved to Long Beach, he came over our house, like not knowing any of us. It was just like some weird, like internet connection he had with one of our roommates. He was like, "Oh, like this kid Kevin's coming over, like he's gonna come skate with us," and we didn't know him at all. And then he came in and like had all this shit with him, and like I think he just got off a plane or something. And he like came over our house, and then like the homie that we were living with who invited him over like went on like a 2-week long trip like right when he got there. So we were just like, we don't know this dude, but he's like staying with us, so I guess we all have to skate together.
That's
right. It turns out like, we just broed down. Like Kevin's like one of my best friends that I've met out here. It was seriously the first weekend I moved to California.
I feel like skating is one of the only things that's like acceptable.
Yeah, seriously, it's so random because I'm like, I don't know this dude. He's from Virginia.
He's here now. He's got good kick flips. Like, fuck it. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It was sick, dude. And I mean, I've seriously skated with him and lived with him for so long since then. He basically lived with us like a couple months after that. And then we all kind of decided, we made a trip to San Diego one like weekend. We like skated in Vista and then like some like in the city, like downtown.
Did you skate Balboa?
What was that?
Did you skate Balboa Park?
I don't know if it was the first time. The first time I went to San Diego, I don't know if I did, but after living there for a while, yeah, we skated there a lot, like at night.
Love that place, man.
That
love
place
it.
is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up making it down there, and like just for a weekend, and we were all like kind of like, dude, this is so much cooler than LA. It's like mellow, the spots are good, like, and I've always been a fan of like fucking like New Blood, and like that was like the first video I ever saw. So those spots were like, oh shit, this is that spot, this is that spot, and like Feed the Need and shit. So I was like, oh, this is fucking cool.
Feed the Need. There's a ton of SD spots in there.
Yeah, I mean that's like Osiris was based out here. Like the whole team was here pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like what you said about like you preferring SD in reference or in like over at Los Angeles, I couldn't fucking agree with you any more than that, man.
Yeah.
I've only visited both, and like just being in San Diego, like the vibe was just so much better in my opinion.
For sure, dude. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like just a more calmed down, like, I don't know, the people are more wholesome. It's like, it's just, I don't know, it's different.
Agree,
it's like a different environment.
Yeah, it's
from an outsider's perspective.
What was that, Mike?
It's definitely.
I said from like an outsider's perspective, that was like the first thing I noticed is how like different the people were.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Coming from, I lived in both places as well. I mean, only LA for like 6 months, but there's a really good skate scene here in San Diego. But in general, like you're saying, everywhere, and skateboarding included, everywhere is just kind of more mellow. And coming from your perspective as well, for like skating spots, I could see it kind of being cooler coming to San Diego in a way because you're skating stuff that isn't as like there's not as much footage coming out of here to the big light as maybe LA.
One thing we noticed that was super sick was we would go to spots that like we hadn't seen since like Feed the Need or shit like that, like old videos, and we'd pull up and we'd be like, oh, there's no way it's here. And we get there and it's just perfectly fine, just like that. Like,
yeah,
no one skated, and like fucking like it was almost like the flame had just like gone out in San Diego. Like there's still so many good spots, but it's just like nobody wanted to like put in the work to like bondo it or whatever it was. So we're like, what the fuck? Like I'm fucking down. So we just, that's when we made the move down here. I ended up
especially when like all the LA spots are like burnt out as far as footage.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucked. It's like, I mean, I'm here now, and it's like it's cool now just because like all my friends are here and shit, and like, I mean, it's
Who do you skate with?
Dude, squad's like different all the time. I've been skating with like Ronnie and those dudes a lot lately, just because it's like we just finished the video like seriously like 2 weeks ago or something like, but so we've been skating a lot up until then, and I mean those are just like the people I like to skate with. But I skate with Jamie. I live with Jamie, and
oh no shit,
fucking Zion's down the street, Ish and Tyson are down the street. We all like link up all the time at Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry, huh? Yep.
Yeah, wherever they'll come over here and we'll just like fucking sit here and play Super Smash or something.
Was it like? Can you describe what it was like when they all kind of started moving out there and kind of started blowing up? Like being that you were already out there, you know?
Dude, what's super funny is so I've been here since I was 18, and I've gone like back and forth. Like there was a couple times where I would get hurt and I would go home for like a couple months, whatever, and then like just random shit like that. And when you're younger, it's like easier to get away. You know, you like don't care. You're just like, oh, whatever. My friends are home. I'm gonna just go home. So it was like easier for me to want to. So that was when I made a couple trips home was when I met Jamie for like the first time, and like.
But how old was he at this point?
He had to have been like probably 17, and
okay.
I met all of them. I want to say at a Skate Park at Tampa contest. We drove.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
to a. It was an all ages contest. It wasn't Tampa Am. It was like a back to school bash or something small.
Yeah.
We drove Zion there for it. And
oh really?
We went and like Ish was there, Tyson was there. I don't know. Do you guys know Josh Douglas? He lives with me also.
Yeah.
But yeah, because him and Jamie are boys too. They like grew up together. So I met all of them at like the same time, and this was like way before any of them had plans to move out here. I'm pretty sure this was like I was
Right.
just home visiting and was like, oh, these dudes are sick. Like, I've seen video parts of these kids, like just local homie video shit. And like, I always knew who Jamie was just because like he would come to my home park and skate the contests and shit. I never knew his name though. We call him Pinky because he always had the pink shirt. And we were always just like, oh shit, Pinky's here. Like me and my friends and whatever. We just thought it was funny because he was just like this beast. Like,
Yeah, that's sick.
but
So you guys are all from different towns in Florida and just met up because of that contest at Spot?
yeah, basically. I've known Zion since he was like 7 years old. Like when I met
Whoa.
Zion, because he lives in Jupiter, which is where I'm from, where that's where
Okay.
Is this back when he had like Zion with the dreads?
Yeah, even before that, I want to say like he wasn't even Zion. He was Leroy's brother because his brother went to school with us, and like
Oh.
so we were just like, and his brother would skate with us at the skate park, and we'd be like, oh, like Leroy's brother is gonna come with us, you know, like when we go to the skate park and shit. He wasn't even Zion yet because he was like a baby. He was like 7.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's really
it's
funny.
crazy. But yeah, and then when he got older, he ended up skating with us all the time, and then that's what drove us to like, oh, let's go to this. We're gonna go to this contest for him, or like, and then we'd link up with Jamie because him and Jamie are close in age, so we'd like meet up with them in Miami and
You would
shit.
say that a lot of your contest, the influence to do contests was from Zion?
No, I always like he knew like we were on so different like we were on different levels with that shit. Like I always knew he was like more of like a not like an attention like whore or something, but he wanted to skate in front of people. Like he liked it. Like
Mhm.
he skated well when people were
I
watching.
think you can still see that today. Like I think you can. I think
Yeah,
that shows.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we always knew that he was somebody who was gonna like that was his direction, just based on like how he'd progressed and like the stuff he liked to skate and shit. But for me, I mean, we knew like he knew that I didn't really care to do that, so I never really skated contests. I didn't take those seriously until like kind of more recently, honestly, within the past like 2 years.
Why is that? Why would you say that would be?
I mean, I fucking won some money at one of them or 2 of them or something, and I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. And then it's just you got all it really is like you gotta think like, and I never really cared. I always wanted to like drop in and like I don't know. My favorite skaters are people that just don't give a shit. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to give a shit. Like, you know, that's when I was a little kid. I was just like, oh,
Oh,
what's
totally.
sick and shit like that. So it's like, I don't care about this. But then at the end of the day, you're like, dude, it wouldn't hurt to just be good at this. And like,
Especially when
I
you're
mean-
getting some fucking residuals from it.
yeah, right.
It
So
was
it's like-
cool I saw you in Tampa. I think it was this last year when you were in your run. You were like grinding like 50 up the hub and then landing a nose main and nollie flipping into the bank.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, where like your runs and your trick selection was so different from everybody, which is super cool to see. I mean, especially in something like Tampa when there's like so many dudes out there skating that are all trying to kill it and get their name out there pretty much.
Going for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
a
cool
lot of it too.
to
A
stand
lot
out
of like
there.
contests comes from like a lot of being able to skate contests comes from like just being confident in your skating too. Like, because I know
Mhm.
for a while I was kind of like I've always kind of just done manuals and shit when I was like little, and I never really liked it. Like to be honest, when I was little, like I said to you guys, I was like 0 was like my fucking favorite and shit like that. So I always wanted to be like this other skater, but it always kind of naturally came to me that I was like, all right, I'm like a manualer, like I could just do them and shit. Like when I was young, so when I would go to contests and shit, I was like, I'm not gonna like, I can't do what I do here and like look cool. Like I always just thought it was like I would get made fun of or something, you know? So I would just like try and be like everybody else. And that's what all these kids are doing today. Like they want to be the big spin front board and the front feeble and the front crook and the 270 lip, but it's like, dude, it's not gonna
X-spin.
get you. Yeah, it's not gonna get you like what you want. It's just you just want that because you see everybody else has it and you're like, I need to be like that. But it's like, no, you need to do like your own thing and like leave your own like impression on these people, you know. And I feel like that's
I think
a lot of
that's coming out a lot more though. Like I think that a lot of people are starting to kind of skate their own way, and it's being a little bit more accepted than it has in the past, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's just what like what you were saying. As far as like, yeah, I was just doing what I do. And honestly, if I went to the skate park and just 50-50'd up a hub, a nose manual, and then nollie flipped, that would just be me and my friends like fucking around laughing. But like at that contest, it's like, oh shit, that's so different and whatever. And I'm just like, I'm not.
Yeah, and you're
stressing.
just
Fun to
so
me.
you're not even thinking about it, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
no, not at all.
That's cool. Do you feel like was there like a specific contest or a moment or like a maybe like an age or something when you kind of clicked where like you're like, oh, I don't want to try to skate like someone I'm not at these contests, and you kind of just started skating how you like to skate, or How did that come about?
I kind of always like, dude, I've always been so like, it's almost like just kind of internally been in me to be like, if I see a trick, like lately, right now, people are gonna hate me for this, and you guys might disagree. Right now, I hate fakey front crooks. I
Oh
hate
no,
them
I love
because
that trick.
I see it so,
Ah,
so much.
it's
I
true.
hate it. And I'm like, there was part of me that wanted the months ago, like, oh, that trick's cool. Like, you could start a line with that trick. It'd be cool. Like, maybe fakey flip out or something. But now, I'm like, there's no way. I'd rather just take my fucking manual tricks or something. I'll just do anything but that. Like,
Well,
I
no, that's
hate
cool
it.
though.
I've always been that way since I was little. Like, when I was little, I would see people backsmith and backtail, and like, there's just tricks that they would do, and I'd be like, that one. I've never seen that one. Like dudes like Chad Tim Tim and like
Mhm.
just people that you'd see them do one trick that
Tim's a
you've
good
never
one.
seen anybody else do, and you're like, wow, that stood out to me more than anything I've ever seen in my life. Like I want to do that.
Absolutely.
So it's
Yeah.
like I've kind of always been that way. Not even like it's not like what I do is like, oh, I've never seen it before, but it's just like I don't know. I'd rather be the guy who like will just switch Smith grind a shit ton, like front side. Like nobody really does it. Like I don't know. I like doing it just
That
because
is
it's fun,
true.
but it's like I don't really see people do it. And it's like
I don't see
I
that
don't
one
know.
like
There's just
ever.
like it's just that's kind of the way I've always
Are
been. So it hasn't really been like one moment that drove me to being like, oh, I
yeah.
don't want to be like everybody else. I kind of just assumed when I was younger that like me being so different wasn't ever gonna help me. I always just thought it was like, oh, I need to be like all these kids. That's why they skate these
Yeah.
contests, like skate these rails and they can do all these tricks. But I'm like, see, I can't do this because I don't do that. But in the end, it's like opposite. Like me doing what
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
is better
That's
than what they
funny.
do.
Yeah.
It's
Now
weird.
it makes you stand out because your skating is different, but you're just skating how you would normally
Yeah,
skate.
for sure. It's
That's
So
super
cool.
weird. Contests is
so who are
fun.
you getting boards from right now?
I get pizza boards actually, like at the moment.
As of
Um,
like this past weekend, pretty much, right?
yeah, it's that's also like a funny thing that it's super random because what happened was there was like Cliche went out of business. I was skating for Cliche for like 2 years or something, and
Mm-hmm.
like was like the
Are you
like what
on
I
the
wanted
team
to
over
do.
there?
No, it was just they were taking care of me like far beyond like a flow kid to be completely honest. Like it was kind of insane. Like
Totally.
just because Joey was like super close with me and like I know Paul and like James Craig started like really taking care of me like more than just because I knew when I first started
That
getting
kid
boards, I was
seems sick.
dude. It was that whole place was it was weird, but the dudes I spoke to made it really cool. But in the beginning, I was getting almost boards, and then I would just get like a couple boards here and there. But then once I got involved with Cliche and like skated for Andale and like had this personal relationship with Joey, it was like everything changed. Like
That's
oh
awesome.
okay, like I can get boards whenever I want, whatever graphics I want, whatever shape I
That's
want. It was like they
awesome.
were treating me like somebody like on the team. You know what I'm saying? So it was like felt like home and like family and shit. So when that went out, it was like I didn't know what I wanted to do for a minute, and like I just I kind of wanted to play it by ear. And then I work with Ryan Clements, kind of like just he's just a homie of mine. Like I'm not like he doesn't like fully just manage me or whatever. I just like talk to him on
Right,
the phone
right.
here and there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
he's been like trying to help me figure something out. Like just because I met him at the Andale like wheelie dope contest. I want to say last year. I got like second, and then he approached me and was like, "Yeah, like we should talk sometime. Like this and that, whatever." And that was like right before Cliche went out of business. So us getting that relationship going, he was like, "Dude, I want to help you like figure something out." And there was like a couple things that came and went, like weird, like I would get phone calls from people, and I was like, "What the hell?" All right. And then I would kind of wait on it, and then it would just fall through, or it just took a while for me to like find something that I wanted to like commit to, if that makes any sense.
Right, right,
So I was
right.
just kind of spraying boards for a long time. Like I would get boards, and I'd be like, I don't, I don't like this, and I would just like spray paint them and whatever, and just be like, I don't know, dude. It was weird. Like
Did
I just,
any
I don't know.
did any companies did they call you and like bummed that you were spraying over their boards? I mean, I would assume after you sprayed them they didn't send you more, but did they ever
No,
contact you about that or no one cared?
no. Honestly, like all the people that gave me those boards, and I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. It was like Baker boards, Deathwish boards, Rio
Yeah.
boards. Like they're all family. Like they knew my situation and they knew like
Yeah, okay.
when
So it's
belong
people taking
there.
care of you, not people that were gonna like maybe put you on and
Yeah,
then
for
kind of
sure.
bail. Okay, yeah, no, that
But
makes sense
like,
completely.
and then there were people that like, there were people that would reach out to me and I didn't even want to say like, yeah, like I'll take like even when I really needed boards, there were companies that like kept hitting me up. We're like, hey, it'd be cool to give you boards. Hey, it'd be cool to give you boards. And I was like, dude, I don't want to skate for that. Like, I didn't even want to like, I don't know, like fucking
I mean,
play
dude,
with
you
them.
can't. Yeah, I mean, don't be a phony about it. You know what I mean? If you're not down to fucking
Yeah,
ride for them, why take them? And I
it was
feel you.
just so
I'm
it
not.
was tempting sometimes because I had no boards.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
would have zero
I
boards
mean,
to skate, and I was like, fuck, dude, but whatever. I was just like, fuck it.
free
They need
stuff.
to
You
give me a
can't
board or
beat free
something.
stuff. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah. So
yeah.
how did everything go about with getting pizza boards? I've ridden a
Oh,
pizza board. They're fucking
so
excellent.
pretty much, dude. Yeah, it's so I'm really hyped that they're even like because they don't flow anybody for them to even give me boards. I'm like, all right, cool. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down for
yeah.
this. But pretty much I'm friends with Ducky. Like I've known Ducky for a couple of years, and I was like just fucking like kind of over all these big companies because they would like people would hit me up and they'd be like, oh yeah, like and Ryan would talk to them and then he would talk to me and he'd be like, yeah, they want to like they want to flow you, and I was like, I mean, okay, like for like till when, like you know what I mean, like do they have like,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, I don't know, they want to see what's up, and it'd be like, okay, well, like I'm like 23, like I don't know, I kind of need like
You're trying to find a
a
home.
little
I
bit of
get what you're saying.
stability here, you know, and like
Yeah.
what made it harder was like this is gonna sound like sad or something, but like my favorite company is dead. Like cliche is dead. So I'm like all these other things are like B options to me. You know what I'm saying? Like everything
That
Yeah.
that's
is
calling
kind of
me,
a bummer though, dude.
dude. So yeah, and like it took me so long to like accept it for me to be like,
Yeah,
dude, I
yeah.
just wish cliche was still here. Like this is so stupid. But like I don't know. That was like so I was very like I don't know. I was picky, I guess you could say, but it was just I was kind of over like the fucking these big companies being like, oh yeah, like we're like yeah, we'll flow you a couple boards here and there, and then uh I don't know. Basically, I was just like, dude, all this stuff is just hectic. I want to do something like fun, something like new, something with my friends. And like, I spoke to Ducky. I just texted him out of the blue. I think I either texted him or DM'd him and was like, yo, I want to do what you guys are doing. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I want pizza boards. And he was like, I mean, I could talk to them. Like, he's like, I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know, like, if they're trying to add people or what. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Just like throw it out there. Like, talk to. I don't know anybody else over there. So like, I said that to Ducky, and then what ended up happening? I think right then, like maybe a week after I hit up Ducky, Primitive reached out to Ryan or some weird something happened with Primitive where there was like an interest, and Ryan was like, oh, like this would be a good opportunity, you should do this, like I work closely with these dudes, like I'll make sure it's done right, like all right, like whatever. So I was riding Primitive boards for like a month, and it just it just wasn't me, like I don't know, it just wasn't what I wanted, and like
Like,
it
pizza's
was
a
weird.
cool fit for you, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, and once this Primitive thing went weird, I had that Thrasher part came out, the very first one, and then the Flavor Country thing, and then by the second one, they emailed me like pizza. Just I got a email in my inbox just said pizza skateboards, and it was like, hey, dude, uh, so two parts, like that's what's up or whatever. Like let's like hit me up, and I was like, fuck, dude, like I was already getting Primitive boards at this time, so I was like, god damn it, like this is fucking weird. So I was like, I straight up just sent him this long email and explained everything. I was like, dude, fan. Like, I think you guys are fucking rad. Like, but I just dove into this and like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna like, I'll let you know or whatever. And he was just like, oh, dude, congrats. Like, yeah, no, we're not tripping at all. Like, I just wanted to say like everything, like this is looking sick. Like all this shit that's been coming out or whatever. And like they were super cool.
Hmm.
But um, we were actually on a trip in Sacramento recently, and I just got an email from Ryan, and it was like these Primitive dudes just saying like, yeah, we don't think we're gonna like move forward, like we're just gonna like we don't want to do anything more than flow him or whatever. And right when Ryan emailed me, I was just like, all right, go back to my inbox, fucking reply to that email. I was like, yo, this Primitive thing's not working, like what do you guys want to do or whatever. And then he just like
That's
texted
sick.
me, and like we just this dude Gino who runs it, and we just spoke for a while, like a couple days, like nothing about boards or whatever, just like shit I've had going on, shit he's had going on. Like randomly, we were at the skate park and he just texted me. He's like, "What's your board size? I'm gonna send you some boards to try." And I was like, "All right, word." Those guys are super fun. They're just like, they're not like it's not like an ego.
Yeah.
Like a
It definitely
big
looks like
ego.
they're having fun over there, man.
It's just I don't know. I like that they're all just kind of like underdogs. They're kind of all people that like don't get enough shine, but are doing the work of an average day pro skater.
They're starting to get mad love over there though.
Yeah, for
Some of
real.
them
Like,
for sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've ridden a pizza board. It was excellent.
yeah, dude, they're sick.
Mhm.
It sucks right now because I'm like hurt. I have a fucking like bruise on the side of my foot, but I just set one up and I haven't even like been able to skate it.
I
I'm
mean,
just looking
sometimes
at
that's
it.
a good like that's nice though, not having that you got like knowing you have the fresh, you just wait, you know.
Yeah,
What's sick though is how he like what'd you say his name was? Gino from Pizza?
yeah, yeah.
Or Ducky, the one that mentioned how much footage you've been dropping.
Or no, Ducky just spoke to him, I guess, for me. Like Ducky, I guess, mentioned something to him, and because that's what ended up happening. Because I spoke to Ducky, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, they're trying to build up some more, like have new AMs, because I guess they're turning a lot of people pro
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year." And then
Mhm.
Ducky,
like,
shit.
yeah, Ducky should be that one.
Give that boy a board. That dude's fucked
Yeah,
up.
for sure. But yeah, and so when he told me that, I guess that's what led him to after the second Thrasher part, he like just emailed me out of the blue and was just like, "Yo, dude, like this is sick." And luckily those guys are fucking they're just really cool people because I mean
Mhm.
he could have just been like, "Oh, this dude wants to fucking ride pyramid boards. All right, like whatever." Like
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
super
right.
cool that he.
Well, no, dude, what I was gonna say is like when I was kind of like researching your shit before this, like to get ready for the show or whatever. What I noticed is like, dude, you like not trying to like sit here and like fucking be crazy or anything, but you literally are on every single skate platform I can think of.
I mean,
Like
most of the time, I guess.
Mag Minute, Thrasher Parts, Trans World, Manny Monday. You got Ride Channel shit. You know what my favorite thing is that you have?
The
Fucking
summer
shredded
manuals.
card. Nah, the shredded card, dude.
Uh,
God, we miss those fucking things,
Those
dude.
were
Those things were
sick.
sick in the beginning. They fucking
Yeah, my friend Sean Turner had one.
dude,
I was
that one was
stoked
so
on it.
sick too. Because when I had that one, it was when it was sponsored by Skate Park of Tampa. So
Yeah.
I seriously, they posted it, and I knew those guys at Skate Park of Tampa. So like right when it got posted on Ride Channel, I texted fools and I was like, "Yo, like, uh, what's good with this? Is this real? Like, do I actually have this much money to spend?" And they're just like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, email me
That's
like
sick.
the shopping cart."
How
And
much
I
did you
remember,
win?
like $150 or something, just whatever.
What did you buy?
I think I got like 2 pairs of Vans or something at the time. I didn't get anything for free back then. So when that happened, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" I'm really excited. I remember I got the box like the next day because Skate Park of Tampa isn't. I'm in Florida, so it's like
Right.
like the box came to my house the next day and it
That's
said
sick.
on it. I
Dude,
remember
that's
I
so
wrote
sick.
things
When I
on
saw the shredded card, I was stoked.
it. Yeah, dude. They like wrote
Those
on the
are
box.
so
They're like
cool.
shredded it or something. Like, they wrote in big Sharpie. It was
Um,
so
That's really funny. You said you're from Jupiter. Brad Cromer's from there, correct?
nice.
Did
I grew up
you?
around that dude too.
Yeah. Okay. Was he? So he was around a little bit as you were coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I moved out here before he did, which is super random.
Oh, really?
But yeah, when I was out
Florida.
here, he was still in Florida.
Florida's got some heavy hitters out of there, man.
Yup.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's funny that because dudes like Blake's always been like since I was little. I remember hearing like Blake was like this myth, like he was like this urban legend. Like you go to a spot and you'd be like, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, Blake Carpenter switch backs to flip this," and you'd be like, "That's not even real. Like that's like a person in the trick." And but the footage never came out because Daylando was one of those videos that took like it kept getting pushed back. Like you know what I mean? Those dudes just kept
Yeah.
fighting for it. It was like supposed to come out earlier than it was or whatever. So I would go I would go to these spots and hear about these tricks, and I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And then, like, it's just funny that now everybody knows he's like one of the best. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
because not a lot of people turn out that way. Not a lot of like hometown heroes that are the best become like
Mhm.
worldwide the best. So it's
Yeah.
like, he's
Is
like
Blake
fair.
your favorite Florida skater?
my favorite Florida skater? Nah, I don't think so. I don't, dude.
Who
It's so
is?
hard to pick one. Fucking favorite Florida skater? Probably. I mean, probably Joey. You guys know Joey Regali because he's like a good friend of mine.
I know
He's
the
like,
name.
yeah,
Yeah, I know
he's
the
good for
name.
foundation and shit. He's somebody who like influenced me a lot when I was little, just because he was like a good like he was like an older dude that was like really cool to me. Not that like Brad was kind of just more standoffish because Brad was more of like an insecure dude or like just like a more like kept to himself kind of
More
dude.
quiet dude.
Yeah, exactly. But he's just like Joey was super cool to me when I was little, and like it just I don't know, like those dudes were always like big brothering me, but it was like Joey was like really close to me. So when I seen like all this stuff happen for him, like he moved out here, had the foundation part, and like hopefully it keeps going. But he was like, I was probably the most excited for him. But
That's tight.
yeah,
You talked about being hyped on Zero, like all the Zero dudes when you were coming up.
Yeah.
Was there anyone, maybe not that I want to say skates like you, but I don't know, like someone else other than the Zero dudes that you really look up to, like as you were coming up, or you still do now as a skateboarder?
Walker Ryan, and Walker Ryan was like my absolute favorite skater when I was a little kid. Like
That's
for
sick.
sure, 100%. Like I remember
So
watching
good.
that Concrete Jungle part like
Yep.
so much, and that's seriously what got me so stoked on San Diego
I
too.
was
Because
just gonna say, so when you were in San Diego, did you go to
yeah,
all the spots that he skated in that
yeah,
part?
dude, I saw him actually recently at Agenda, and we were talking about this because he
Oh,
like
really?
we follow each other, and he like I never thought he'd like paid as close of attention as he does, but he was like, dude, like oh, when's that video coming out? And it has all San Diego stuff, right? And I'm like, dude, yeah, I skate like shit that you skate, like shit that you
That's
skated
funny.
forever ago, and all this. And it's like, it's just funny because it goes full circle. When I was little, he was like my absolute favorite for sure. And it's funny
Yeah.
because the first company I ever got a box from, like Flow Box, was Organica, and it was a walker board. It was the Monkey Went Pro.
Oh,
It was
really? That's super
2011.
cool.
It was that like wine board. I was so hyped.
Yeah,
But
That's so
crazy.
dope.
yeah, that was like the biggest deal. And even out of Zero, like Chris Cole was like a big inspiration to me too, just because he was like tech. He was like gnarly and like tech, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that was like
definitely.
super cool to me.
I think Chris Cole was like a complete game changer for everyone.
Yeah, he like attracted dudes like me to buy Zero boards and shit, you know. Like it was like he like appealed to the whole world. Like I never skated. I don't skate handrails, and it's like that's what you think of when you think of Zero, but it's like I wanted Zero boards, and it was like because Chris Cole
That's
and like
funny. Yeah,
yeah, it's just for sure Walker Ryan
that's
all day.
cool. So what was it? So the Florida homies were starting to come out, I'm guessing. Is that what made you want to go back to like Long Beach, LA after coming back to San Diego?
Yeah,
Like what caused the move back up there?
basically, um, yeah, I was living in San Diego with those guys filming
Mhm.
for what is this video now, and
Yeah.
this is what's really funny. You guys, I don't even know how you guys are gonna react to this, but pretty much the video was done. My part in this video has been done for 2 years. Like
Okay.
I finished when I moved to Long Beach. So since I moved to Long Beach, it was basically like all Jamie and those guys like they were just like, dude, come stay with us. Like if you need to get out of there, like if you want to try and make shit happen, you know, like come stay with us. And they let me stay here for like 4 months for free, and then it was like those dudes are like fucking the realest for real because they just were
Yeah.
like, yeah, come stay with us and fucking like whatever until you make something happen, like whatever. Just and then I won some money at that wheelie dope contest, and that's ever since then I've been able to like pay them. But yeah, they fucking just opened their doors to me, which is super sick because I wasn't as close with them as like they were super friendly to me more than I would assume they would to be, you know,
Hmm.
because I wasn't too close with them until they all got here.
Yeah.
So like it took me living with them to be like, oh, these are like my boys, you know,
Yeah.
like we
Now
all
you're
skate
with them all
every
the
day and
time.
shit.
I mean, the Florida
Yeah,
roots,
for sure.
like when you're from where somebody else is from and you guys are not there, there's always like that
Yeah,
connection. You know what I mean?
Especially as
yeah, it's the
skateboarders.
same with Ish and Tyson. Like I didn't
Especially
really
as
really get to
skateboarders.
know
Yeah.
them until we got here, like with Ish, Tyson, and the only one I really knew well, like out of the group of people you're talking about, like the Flavor Country dudes and shit, are like Zion. Zion was the only one I've known since he was a baby.
Yeah.
But Jamie, I really got to know out here. Ish and Tyson, I really got to know out here. But we were just like acquainted in Florida.
Hmm.
But that's what brought me back here. But basically, what I was saying was my part's been down in that video for 2 years, and I uh, filmed like that. What you brought up, that mag minute, the manual video. Uh, what else happened?
Like 5 fucking barrack segments,
Yeah,
2
we did.
thrasher parts.
We did the mag minute, the manual video. We did a venture part, and then we did
Yeah.
the two
Yeah, I was gonna
thresher
ask
parts.
about the venture part.
Yeah, we did all those things after this video had been done. And then the last, after we just finished this most recent Thrasher part, that's been like a month or so from now, I was like, dude, we have to put more recent footage in this. If it's gonna come out after all this, like I had Lakai's on and all of it and shit. I was like, dude, this needs to change. Like, so we just were on our grind, like went on a couple trips and like just replaced tricks here and there and like tried to put it as up to date as we could. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna go like repeat ender tricks that I can't do again. You know, like
Yeah.
No,
So there's a mix of some newer stuff as well as the
yeah,
couple years
for
old.
sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty even balance now. In the beginning, I was pretty bummed because I was like, dude, these Adidas guys are gonna be so confused when they see it.
I was gonna say, so you said that you were wearing Lakai's, but like obviously you're hooked up with Adidas now. How did that all like go down?
What? How did I start skating for Adidas from Lakai?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I skated for Lakai for like maybe 2 years, like from two in Florida, and I hit them up, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're down." Like the team manager's from Florida, this dude Daniel Wheatley, so he was super
Mhm.
cool with me, and I got shoes all living in San Diego, and then I mean I'm sure everybody can notice, but like Lakai hasn't been doing too hot, like as far as like flow dudes and shit like that, like they
Yeah,
need to make some
yeah.
serious cuts. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I remember they just like hit me up out of the blue and were like, "Hey, like we can't give you shoes anymore or whatever," and I was just like, "Fuck," and that was when I'd started skating for Cliche. So I approached those guys and I was like, I spoke to Al Boglio, who was like the brand manager of Cliche, and I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. Like these guys just they can't give me shoes or whatever. And he was like, oh, if you want to do Adidas, like I'm really good friends with all those guys and like we work together and shit. And I was like, all right, I mean I'm down. And then originally, originally I got a box of New Balances. I got a box of New Balances and Adidas like the same week,
Oh shit.
and so it was like one of those things. I was like, okay, like I just gotta pick one, and I wanted to like be, you know, good to the Cliche dudes. I wanted to do what they wanted me to do, so I was like, all right, I'll fucking skate for Adidas, you know, like whatever, like that's what they want, I'll do it. So I just told Levi, who sent me the shoes, the New Balances, I was like, dude, thank you, but like these dudes want me to do this, and I'm just gonna do this. And he was super cool about it. He's like, yeah, yeah, like it's all good, whatever. Like I see those dudes around here all the time because it's Long Beach and shit. But yeah, that's what ended me up on
Sick.
Adidas. So that was about 2 years ago from now.
Mhm. And
So yeah.
I know you were just at that the Skate Copa Court event up there in LA. Is there like have you gone on any trips with them or anything kind of coming up with Adidas at all?
No, I haven't gone on any trips. They take care of me when it's like a contest. Like if I want to go to
Oh,
like
cool.
Phoenix Am, Tampa Am or something, they'll like make sure that I'm taken care of as far as like a flight or a hotel or whatever. But as far as like a trip with the team, I haven't been on anything other than like that event kind of. Like I went to
Yeah.
that event just because Carl Watson just became the new Flow Adidas team manager,
Okay.
Sick.
like how Sinclair is
For
for
Nike.
Nike. I'm
Yeah,
sure you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are like familiar with
Yeah.
all that. But yeah. So and me and Carl go way back because he was giving me those. He was giving me Organica boards when I was like 18 years
Yeah, the
old.
walker boards.
So yeah. So like, you know, we had a really close relationship then, just from fucking that long ago. So for him to get this job and for it to come full circle, he's like, oh, dude, like I'm gonna take care of you. Like whatever you need, hit me up. Like all this shit. So I think it's gonna like escalate a little bit more now that Carl's in there because I
Sick.
know he's like really got my
Got
back
your
and is pushing
back,
for me.
right? Yeah.
But I mean, it's been cool. It's
That's
not like
sick
he's
to hear
made
that
like
Carl's doing that. I've always been such a huge fan of his.
yeah, dude. He's one of those people. I'm sure you guys hear all the time like, oh, dudes like Theodis are the nicest people, and like there's all these people that are out to be the nicest people, but like in reality, like Carl is the most genuine. Like after spending a weekend with him at like a contest, I know just he's like one of those dudes that'll get in the elevator and he'll just be like he'll want to talk to you about like the shirt you have on for the whole time you're in the elevator. Like and he's
He's
dead
like a
serious. He's like
genuinely nice human.
yeah. Yeah, he's not just like doing it because it's like, oh, that's what he's known for or whatever. He's just like, dude, like that's a cool shirt. Where'd you get it? Oh, I might go check that place out. Like, is there any good breakfast spots around here? Oh, sick. Like, oh yeah, we'll go there for sure. Like, have a good day, man. Like, whatever. Like, he's just nonstop with everybody.
It's awesome.
Crazy.
I mean, I feel like that's like how he's portrayed too. So it's cool to hear that.
No, yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. Like, I know a lot of people, like, you'll hear something like, oh, I heard that dude's the nicest dude. And then you'll, like, meet him, or you'll know people that have, like, personal experience. And they're like, oh, that dude's not like that or whatever. And it's just,
Yeah.
but he's, like, he's really like
That's
that.
sick.
And it's so sick.
I've always wondered what Andy Schrock is like in real life.
Yeah, I don't even, dude, YouTubers. I actually know that dude, John Hill, from, like, before he was a YouTuber. We, like, skated a couple
Oh, really?
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't he used to live in Long Beach, like Skate Cherry?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
who loves John Hill's YouTube channel? Jim Thiebaud.
Oh God.
I'm
Yeah.
being totally
Jim's
serious.
another one who's like one of those nice dudes. Like, and he's genuinely.
Oh, we fucking know all about Mr. Thiebaud. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Is he gonna be watching this? He's probably gonna be watching this.
Yeah, he watches our shit. That's our dude.
That's rad. He's the shit.
Yeah, I just got to kick it with him out at Street League Chicago. Actually, it was sick.
That's sick. I was just in SF and I saw all those guys. They were printing Zion shirts and I grabbed one.
That video of Frank today is so funny that they posted. Printing.
Yeah,
the
they're
shirt.
always getting into some shit.
Now that we're kind of mentioning Deluxe, how did you get hooked up over there? You ride for Spit, right?
Yeah, I do.
And or Venture.
I actually that was when I met Kevin. When I met Kevin Love, like so long ago, like whenever I moved to LA, he rode for Spitfire, Thunder, and Girl, I want to say at the time. And so he was like, oh, you don't, because at that time I don't think I had any sponsors at all. I got like some Organica boards, but it was like on the way out. Like it wasn't really like, it was like kind of dying. And then I don't think I got anything for free. So he was like, oh, you don't have sponsors? Like, you want to try and skate for Spitfire and like Thunder? And I was like, yeah. I remember I hit those dudes up for like, I hit them up and they would get back to me and be like, yeah, cool footage. And then just would never like get to they would never acknowledge the fact that I was trying to like get on or something. So I was just like, okay, I'll play this game. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm not backing down. Like I know what I want. I want to skate for this. So I just every single month was like, yeah, here's new stuff. Yeah, here's new stuff. Yeah, here's new stuff. And they were always just like sick, sick, sick. And it was like right when Nate Alton became the Thunder Spitfire like real TM.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me like I met him face to face, I think like shortly after I'd emailed him, and he was like, yeah, dude, like I'm not trying to bum anybody out, but like I just got this job and I don't think I'm gonna add anybody for a while like on the squad. I just want to like take it as it is. And I was like, dude, I'm not stressing at all. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not about to go skate for Bones or some shit. What the fuck?
Oh, that's excellent.
Like, fucking hilarious.
But yeah, it
Anyway,
seriously took like a fucking year or so of like just being like wearing Spitfire shirts that Kevin would give me, riding the wheels Kevin would give me. Like, Kevin was my Spitfire hookup for like a year straight. And then Nate was finally like, I think it was because I started skating for Royal. I was like, I told him, I was like, yo, I just started getting Royal trucks. I don't know if like it would be like more manageable with your budget to just give me Spitfires, but like that's like what I want, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, for sure, I could give you wheels. Like it's both are kind of like crazy, but like I can give you wheels for sure. And I was like, all right, word. And then that's what got me in with just Spitfire. And then I was skating Spitfires for I don't know, like 6 months, and then the whole thing with Lakai happened.
I was wondering if I
was like, I don't really want to skate for Royal, just like buy my like the trucks weren't what I wanted. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then Nate actually offered to me, he was like, dude, I'll give you Thunders like all day, whatever, like we'll put you on right now. And I was like, dude, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I kind of want to skate for Venture. And he was like, what, for real? Like everybody thought it was so weird, but I was like, dude, I don't know. I like Venture. It's like, it's just sick. Like I liked their fucking ads and shit. And like,
I was gonna ask because of I mean, like you're saying, all the dudes you skate with pretty much, and all the Florida homies are all Thunder, which I mean, obviously it's all through Deluxe, but like what inspired that, which is like what you're touching on now. But I was curious about that.
Yeah, it was so random because I was just like, dude, I mean, it might sound silly, but like I just think the whole like there's so many dudes that skate for Thunder, and there's so many like Spitfire Thunder, riding for Spitfire Thunder real, Spitfire Thunder crooked, Spitfire Thunder. element, like just everybody's Spitfire Thunder, and I was like, dude, I kind of just want to like break the chain and be like the dude that everybody thinks rides for Thunder, but actually rides for Venture, and like the like bridges the gap of like I don't know, because everybody that skates for seriously, this is what I'm thinking. Everybody that skates for Venture rides baby trucks, and they all ride tight trucks, and they're like just keep it close to the ground, and like. And I'm like, okay, I don't do any of that. I ride the big trucks. I ride the loose trucks. I skate like different. I mean, I do have like manual tricks and whatever, but like I don't just skate close to the ground. So I think I brought something different to them that they liked. And I mean, they fucking gave me an ad and shit, and like that's
Their
more than
ads
I
are
think.
dope.
Yeah, that's more than I would have thought Thunder would have been able to do for me because there's dudes like Shane O'Neill and there's dudes like, they have a humongous team and it's like Venture has a
Yeah,
big
Thunder. I
team
mean,
too, though.
definitely has a lot of the young up and comers.
Humongous.
Up and comers.
Yeah, that team is gigantic.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I'm just like I don't know. I just thought that I could. I mean, I like Ventures. I love the trucks. Like they're fucking.
Yeah, they're
Cool.
great.
Like they're what
Mhm.
I like. So I'm like, I have no problem with the product. So, and I like what the brand does. So why
Sick.
not?
Yeah, no, that's cool. Doing something
Yeah,
different, I guess.
it's just funny. A lot of people gave me like, they're like, why would you do that? Why would you not just skate for Thunder? And I was like, I don't know, because everybody does, and like, why would I just be another brick in the wall? Like when I could
So,
just be
so what
like
did
doing
what
my
did
own
Nate
thing.
do? Send your footage to?
Yeah, he spoke to Bram for me.
I was gonna say Bram. I was assuming.
Yeah, and then Bram just he hit me up saying he was down, and then it's
Sick.
just been pretty much like that ever since. I've just been talking to Bram. Nate, I like now it's cool because I know all those guys now, like just
Yeah,
through
and you're connected all the way through.
my whole for
Mhm.
sure.
That's
Cool.
sick. One more thing I wanted to touch on was you mentioned Joey Brzezinski, and he. I mean, I know you skate for Andale, and he was a big help when you were getting cliche boards. Did that come from skating one of those wheelie dope contests, or was that after? Like, how did that connection come about?
Just me knowing Joey.
Yeah.
Um, I want to say, I think what's super random. I was in San Diego and we were skating with Jordan Hoffert. It was like so fucking random, and I don't even remember where we were, but he was like, "Hey, I'm going up to LA for like this manual contest. Like, if you want to skate it," and I was like, "Oh, I'm fucking down. Like, whatever." And then he texted Joey right then and was like, does this kid need like an entry or like some form of like, verification to skate this?" And Joey was like, "Oh, send me footage." And then I sent Jordan footage, and then Jordan sent it to Joey, and then Joey right then he was like, "Yeah, we'll put him in. Does he want to skate for Andale?" And I was like, I don't care. Like, all right. And then he was like, "Okay, cool." And then I just met him at that. That was like 2 years ago. That wasn't at the last one.
Okay.
For the last one. So 2 years ago from now.
Sick.
Yeah, and I went and met him, and then that was before I even skated for Cliche when I met Joey. But
Hmm.
that was when I think I was just either riding blanks or I've spent so much of my life riding blanks, so I don't even fucking know. I don't even think I was riding.
Well, that's cool that he backed you that hard. I mean, right
Yeah,
off the
no,
bat with
he's the man.
Andale, and then helped out with Cliche.
Yeah, for sure. He's the best. He's really rad.
Sick. And aren't they doing? Is the wheelie dope contest coming up? Isn't that soon?
It is. It's actually it's the 23rd, which is really close to the. I don't even know if we've spoken about the premiere date of this
We
video,
haven't yet.
but that's
But
yeah, no,
yeah.
okay.
So
That's the 23rd. So that's when
okay,
the
sick.
courthouse
And
gate
that's
is.
at the courthouse stage again, and you'll be skating that.
Yeah, I should be. If
Right.
I'm good to skate. I mean, I know it's
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
your
soon. My
foot.
foot's kind of fucked up, but I
Yeah,
mean,
couple
whatever.
weeks. Hopefully it works out.
It'll work itself out. Yeah,
And then yeah, I mean we've talked a lot about the Sickhead video, and that's premiering. You said
Yep.
September 30th.
Yes, it is. It's premiering at the Black Plague Brewery at Jordan
Oh,
Hopper
cool.
Brewery. So
Yeah,
that's going to be
sick.
the main one, and then we're doing a second San Diego premiering at what's it called? It's called Home and Away. I want to say it's a bar or some type of club that David used to work at, and all of his like work friends want to see the video, so he's just like holding a smaller premiere there.
Cool.
That's
Sunday following, and we're
that's
doing one
cool.
here in Long Beach at the Good Bar.
Sick.
So
And then what's that going to be released on? Is your friend David putting it on YouTube, or is that going to be through a
he's
website?
making DVDs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're having some. Hopefully, we have all of it hosted through Thrasher, but From what I understand right now, it's myself and Ronnie's parts will be hosted through Thrasher at some point, like
Okay.
within the next month or possibly after. But hopefully,
How
Wow.
did you develop that relationship with them? Sure, they seem to love you.
dude, I really don't know. I just emailed them like about that first part. Like I was just like, hey, we have this like part that's for what like there's no companies involved. It's just like we just filmed it, and they were like, oh, cool, yeah, we're down. And then from then forward, it's like I guess they've just like trusted me that it's gonna be what
Yeah,
they want or something. They
dude.
just get
Yeah,
behind it every
yeah, no
time.
shit.
Like I don't know. After the first one, they were just like, "Yeah, no, we're down. Yeah, we're down." And I think the shake jump thing helped. You got them familiar with who I
That's what
am.
I wanted to touch on. How did like you're in the flavor country, obviously, which was like a huge, huge thing this year so far. But like how did everything get started with you and Shake John?
Jamie, 150%. It was Jamie. Just I actually skated for Mob for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, that's what I was seeing. Yep.
Yeah, before I skated for Shake Jen, I skated for Mob, and I remember I came home from skating one day, and there's like right on my I sleep in the living room, so like over my bed there was this box of Shake John, and I was like, "Whose is this? What is this doing right here?" And Jamie's like, "Oh, this is for you," and I was like, "For me? What the fuck are you talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, Shane wanted me to bring this home, like for you. He wants you on," and I was like, "Dude, are you serious? Like, dude, I don't know, like, isn't this is like your thing? Like, I don't know, like." I'm fine. I get grip. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like I wanted one over the other. It was just like why change if there
Yeah,
was
because you
nothing
already
wrong.
yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. So I was like, dude, whatever. And then Jamie was just like, dude, like, come on, like it's all just family over there. Like we're all there. Like Zion's there, Ish is there, Tyson's there. Like just fucking like you might as well. Like all of us are here, and like Shane wants you there. So uh, I was like, all right, you know what, fuck it, whatever. And then they talked about the video and shit, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking so down. Like what? Like that sounds crazy. Like that was all like around the same time when they gave me grip was when they conceived this idea.
Oh, really?
And I
That's
was like, fuck, all right,
Did you film with Beagle?
yeah.
How was
I
that?
filmed a lot with Beagle actually. A lot
How
of
was
that.
it?
Dude, he's the man. He's fucking. He'll come over our house and play Wii with us. Like he'll drop footage off and just be like, hey guys, I was in town doing lift, but I wanted to come through and just like possibly bowl with you guys. And we're like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, come through. Like, and he just comes
Awesome.
through and will like bowl with us and shit. It's so sick.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, we filmed a lot for that video. That's what most of the Florida Days part that we had come out following up the Shake Jump
Yeah.
video. That was a lot of
A
that
lot of that
footage.
was
Was Beagle
Beagle?
filmed it. Yeah, Beagle filmed a lot of
Wow.
that.
Sick.
That's rad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was because I mean originally that video was supposed to be parts. Like it was supposed to be like Jamie had a part, Tyson had a part, Ish had a part, I had a part, and then I think Nikolai got hurt, so Nikolai was going to just have like a handful of tricks,
Mhm.
but we were all supposed to have parts. But then Tyson's been doing a lot with like Vans and Element, so he hasn't even been able to skate with Beagle, and they wanted it all Beagle filmed. So like they were just like, all right, we're just gonna have to make a montage because Tyson's not like around, and Jamie just dumped a lot of his footage for like his Welcome to Death Wish
Yeah.
part that he had. So they were like, okay, well we're just gonna. Andrew actually edited the whole video, so he was the one who made the call to like, yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. Like for him to be like, fucking, they would call me and just be like, hey, so we like these tricks. We're just gonna use these tricks, and I'm like, whatever you guys want, dude. Like whatever the world wants in the video. Like I don't care. Like there was only 4 tricks of me in that video, and we filmed like a lot. But I was like, dude, I'll fucking whatever Andrew wants this video to look like. I'm fucking down. Like I'm not
Right.
complaining at all.
Yeah, you really
Sick.
can.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, I knew what they were plotting. I knew that Jamie's thing was coming up. Like Jamie's like they were gonna give him a board. I knew it was gonna be based around Jamie because like they always call it. They're like, oh, he's the captain of like this whole Florida squad. That's what Shane always says. It's like, oh, he's the captain. He runs this shit. He is like running this
I mean,
Florida
he
squad.
is the one that's on Death Wish, so
Yeah, that's so. I mean, I knew it was gonna be like more
yeah.
centered around Jamie, which I mean, it was suitable. His footage was fucking gnarly, so it was
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, right when it came out, I was like, all right, they're gonna give him a board soon. Like this is all just building up, so everybody understands. Like, okay, this is what's happening. But I mean,
Sick.
Yeah, it was.
What was your apartment like after the night he turned pro?
What was what like?
What was your apartment like?
Dude, it was actually his whole family stayed in our house. His mom and his two sisters and yeah, everybody ended up coming through here. Like they all stayed at fucking wherever there was room. We live with like 6 fools in a 2-bedroom apartment, so it's like pretty crazy. But they were like, I don't even remember where the fuck everybody stayed, dude. There was a lot of us that night. It was
That's
insane.
sick. So did you
But,
did you go into that knowing that like what were you told was going on that night? Or did you know Jamie was getting a board that night?
well, we went skating. I don't know if do you guys know Jay? He's like the Death Wish team manager.
Jay Thorpe, right?
Yeah, he
Mhm.
we were skating probably like 2 weeks before. We were out skating, and Jamie was trying to trick, and he like came over to me and my friend Christian, and he was like, "Hey, so they're doing the King of the Road finale in 2 weeks, and we're gonna have an after party. We're gonna do it at Baker Boys just because we know like you guys aren't like not all of you guys are of age, and we want all you guys to be there. So we're gonna do it at Baker Boys." And I was like, "You're gonna do the King of the Road after party? Like enjoy, like Creature. Everybody's just gonna party at Baker Boys just because of us." And he was like, "Well, yeah, like me and Eric were thinking like we just didn't want anybody to be left out, and like like Jamie's a big part of this." And I was like, "Are you guys like up to some shit? Like you can just tell me." And he was just like, "No, no, no, it's not like that. No, it's not like that." And he didn't want it. He didn't want me to know, but I kind of like right when he said that, I was like, I kind of know
Yeah.
something's
That's
up.
funny.
And then, like a week after that, he called us and was like, "Yeah, like we just make sure Florida's there. Like make sure everybody that can get there, that's Florida, like that Jamie would want there, is there." And then that's just he was like, "I didn't want you to know so early. Like nobody was supposed to know that early." So he like knew I was on to him. He was like, "You're too smart.
That's what you had
You're
to tell.
catching too many clues." But
That's funny.
yeah, we knew for a little while. It was funny because we were kind of getting curious as to if Jamie knew. We were like, "Fuck, dude, I hope he doesn't like pick up on anything," just because. I mean, not like we were acting weird, but just like, right, King of the Road finale. Like, there's a lot of people commenting shit. There's a lot of people like, "Oh, like he's gonna go pro," because that's like a traditional thing. Like people
Yeah.
do give people boards at the end of King of the Road and shit. It's happened before. So we were hoping Jamie wasn't gonna just like be like have any thought of it happening. But we were on our. I remember that day we were in the car and we were on our way somewhere, and he was talking to us about He was like, "Yeah, I gotta get like my passport shit figured out because I'm trying to go to Amsterdam Am in a month or something." And I was like, "Oh, this fool's talking about Am contest. He doesn't even fucking. All right, cool. Like,
That confirmed it. You had no idea.
yeah." I was like, "All right, like he's fucking chilling."
That's super funny. Sick.
Yeah, it was rad, dude. That was like one of the coolest things I've ever experienced.
Yeah,
It was like
that must have been a really cool moment for all you guys.
for sure.
Living
Yeah, it
together and
was like
skating, all coming from Florida.
yeah,
So
it's
sick.
fucking. It's just crazy because it's like that. That's gonna like it's gonna happen for Zion next, and hopefully like fucking Ish and Tyson are shortly after, and like everybody, like we're all just gonna be there together for all that over and over again because there's so many
Yeah.
of us. So
Yeah, that's only the first one.
yeah,
There's
for
more to
sure. It
come.
was like
That's
he
super
broke it
good.
off.
Cool. Well, Mike, do you have any other video projects or anything you want to bring up in relation to John?
When was the premiere date for the new video?
It's September 30th. It's a Saturday, and it's at Black Plague Brewery in San Diego.
Sick. Yeah, everyone get
21?
there. Everyone that's around here.
Yeah,
it a 21
dude,
thing?
can come out. What'd you say?
Is it a 21 and up thing?
I don't think so. I should probably fucking talk to somebody to get that verified, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is only 21 and up
Okay.
because I would have thought that he would have told us off rip.
Yeah, they play. Yeah.
I think everybody's good. I think it's like all ages.
Sick. Cool. Well, everyone in
It's
the San
probably
Diego area.
bands or something for people.
Sure, I'm sure that'll be a cool night for San Diego.
Yeah, dude, for sure. There's not a lot happen. There's not a lot of big. I mean, homie videos come out, but they're usually like just random, swept under the rug things, from what I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we've been talking about some of your homies. Zion obviously was in the real Am video that was released today called By Any Means. So, thought we would just talk about that video a little bit while you're here, and then we can do whatever.
Yeah.
Mike, you also watched the whole video. So I don't know, Mike. Let's talk to you because you just finished watching it before we went live. Whatever you want to say. I don't know. Stand out. Who killed it? What are you psyched on? Yeah,
My
John,
favorite skateboarder.
Mike is
Everyone.
like the biggest Zion fan ever.
Yeah, dude, that's like my
Mike
fucking
loves Zion footage.
skateboarder.
That's so sick.
No, the thing that stood out to me like crazy, other than Zion being the best skateboarder, is fucking how good Jack Curtin is at switch skating.
Jack Olsen.
Jack Olsen.
Jack Olsen, I'm sorry. Holy shit, dude! Like switch 50
Jack
around.
Curtin too, but he wasn't in the real video.
You know what's fucked up is I say it every time I call Jack Olsen Jack Curtin. Every time, dude. It's like not a new thing.
They're both like beasts at switch skating though. So
Like I can sit
Yeah,
here and
it's
say
very
like, he's
true.
on accident, but it happens way too often.
It's
I
funny.
mean, you're not discrediting anybody. They're both good at switch skating.
No, they're both
Killing
awesome.
it, yeah.
No,
For real.
dude, switch 50 around that
Oh
curve.
yeah, the curve one.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Switch front
The
50 is a
photo-
fucking nightmare. Let alone on
The
a
photo
round.
they posted of that. There's like the follow-up interview up on Thrasher, and I think that's where the photo is. And the way he's leaning as he's grinding looks so crazy.
I don't know.
Dude, he
Yeah.
stands out as like such a good rail skater. I mean, especially you're talking about Switch. Not that was in this video, but Switch feeble grind out
Both
in
those dudes
Hollywood.
need a board, man. Shit, should give Jack and fucking Zion a board. Willie, he's got to wait a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Were you there for any of the filming of this, John? For Zion's footage?
Yeah, I was actually on. I was on a deluxe trip that they went on, filming for that video in Florida. Like it was straight from
Oh,
Tech
really?
Bam.
Oh, sick.
I don't know. I can't remember what tricks that were actually in the video. Zion does like a 50-50 back 180, not on the double kink rail, but on like this long, mellow like handicap rail. He does like a 50
I remember the double kink one specifically because he like bones out the ollie and then whips the back
Yeah.
180.
But-
That was so sick.
And toward the end, he does a full cab over like a fakie full cab over like a curb grass gap thing. It's like from
Yeah.
parking lot to parking lot. That was the first day of the trip that
Oh, sick.
like was throughout Florida.
Cool.
But I was only there for just that one day, and then I went back to LA. So
hmm
just that one session.
Yeah.
The Orlando tricks.
Rad.
But yeah, I think that's all I was there for.
Yeah.
Maybe some other stuff. I don't really remember. I only watched the video twice today, and it was pretty long.
Yeah. What'd you think? I'm sure obviously.
Long as fuck.
It was pretty long, but I mean, fucking dude, those guys.
The
I
skating.
think my favorite thing in that whole video was Jack Olsen nollie back heeling that 4-stair. He nollie back heels a 4-stair so good. Like, when they switch
Oh,
back
wait, is it the
and
one in
forth for that
Barcy?
rail,
After that tailside
I
kickflip?
watched it so many times.
Oh,
No,
that's funny.
it's like a line. It's kind of in the beginning. He nollie back heels this. It's like this undercover spot. Franky Villani also skates it in his like rough cut.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Get the
about.
half
And then
cab
it's like a
flip in it.
10 or something. It's something big.
Yeah. He Jack nollie back heels it, and I was like, oh my, that was the best thing I've seen all day.
That's sick. I like when little things stand out like
Yeah, I
that.
love when little things.
Where it's
stand
like
out.
something where it's like that was like the easy trick in the line for him, but it's like the standout part almost.
Yeah,
That's
he
sick.
knew that felt good. Like if I brought it up,
Yeah, that probably made him want to put down the next trick for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. He knew that was like the money nollie back heel.
Yeah, that's tight. Well, the barley grind I think has to get mentioned because I don't know how through those kinks like that was
Yeah.
insane.
He's super
Obviously.
good at that trick. I don't know.
Who does that trick through kinks?
I've
That's
never seen
fun.
it.
Apparently, he went there to do switch feeble, but then he was saying he was like too scared or the run up wasn't good or something, so he just ended up doing that. And I was like, dude, I think that's gnarlier than a switch feeble, to be completely honest. I think that's less
I think
expensive.
so too. Not to mention he's already put his switch feebles out there. He did it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Hollywood.
that's
Yeah,
exactly
for
what I was
sure.
gonna say. I think barley is more of a surprise.
Yeah,
Which is
exactly.
Definitely. Who the fuck saw that coming through the kinks? No.
I know that
Apparently,
was great.
apparently that same day, Alec Majerus did something fucked up on that rail too. So we'll see that.
Oh, I
soon.
bet, dude. Alec is
I
on
still
another
think-
level.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still think Alec Majerus might hold the spot as like the world's most underrated skateboarder.
He's so underrated. I think he's gonna have a part. Like, not that he hasn't yet. Like, I don't want to sound like he's had amazing footage come out.
Way
I
days,
think
dude.
he's gonna have a part. I know, but I don't think he's had a part that's really like made everyone in skateboarding understand
I
like
think
how
his next video part is gonna do that. 'Cause some of the tricks I've heard he's done are like they're not okay. They're like
Dude,
out of control.
the stuff he does at the Vans Huntington Beach Park on Instagram all the
Yeah.
time is insane. Like
He
tray
just
flip back 50s,
destroys that.
shove it
kills
nose
that
grinds.
man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that dude's an animal.
Wow.
I don't know what his deal is.
he's
Just
But that's good.
he's on one.
You know what it is, dude? It's because he's had to shovel snow his whole life. He's hard nosed as fuck.
something. He's definitely got some type of fucking. He's got some type of issue with someone to be going that hard.
That's funny.
He's skating like he's pissed.
Dude, he's killing it. Oh, you know what's sick? Before we move on, in the real video was that there's that nose grind, and they post a photo of it. Willie Lara in that ditch. It's actually in San Diego, and they have like the dudes are standing or sitting on the bank behind him, like watching him. That spot, like that steep, that bank popping off the nose grind into that bank is crazy.
That dude's sick. Willie's rad.
Yeah, Willie has
All of
really
those.
cool
Willie is-
style.
Fuck no, Willie's gnarly, man.
Joffin's really gnarly too. I know he's like a fresh faced.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention him. That front grind where he was getting kicked out and they closed the gate and he still got it.
Yeah.
That was super sick. That's like, for whatever reason, I love stuff like that. Like just was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We were talking about I don't know if you saw John Girl put out that like somewhere in Washington video, that Kodak collab.
Yeah.
And Malto crooks that rail, like they get kicked out, they like drive back, he jumps out of the car to get it. I always love stuff like that, where like you could tell it's like they want it so bad.
Yeah.
That's so
Shit's
sick.
Just like the random hijinks behind the scenes.
Yeah, that stuff's always sick, which is super cool with how Thrasher's doing so many rough cuts right now. That stuff's always cool to see in there.
Yeah, I've noticed they've been doing a lot.
Yeah, they all the
Super
time they're
extra.
dropping now. I mean, they dropped
really
like a
long.
30-minute one yesterday.
Yeah, they're all just really long. That's like my only
That's
issue.
too extra, bro. That's too much for me.
Yeah, I can't like sit down for 30 minutes and like go another
Fuck
one
no.
and another one.
Yeah, it's
They'll post a
long.
bunch a day.
Give me like
Yeah.
10 to 15, and that's already enough. Like I'll cut that into 2 different times.
Yeah, split it up's probably the best thing to do.
That's how
But
I do it,
it's
dude.
always cool to see the process behind that stuff. I watched some of Flo's, and it was crazy. Like he was redoing tricks that just looked like they're already perfect. Like on the stage, he did a fakey varial fakey manny,
Yeah.
and like, I mean, he did it good. Like he rolled away fine, but I think he kind of like he just, I guess, wanted more of a steady
I think he
manual, which
wanted.
is just crazy.
I think he just wanted the fakey flip, fakey manny because that's what he did in the video. I think varial flip was like just him kind of like seeing if he could get up there or something, or maybe it was 2 different
Okay.
days.
Yeah,
But this is super random. But me seeing, I went to the premiere of this New Balance video, and when I saw
Yeah.
Flo do the fakey flip, fakey manny, because that dude's one of my favorites also. When I saw him do it, I was like, oh, I want to go there and try the fakey heel flip to fakey manny. Like
Yeah, I
that
was
video
just gonna
seriously
bring that
made
up
me want
from,
to try it.
yeah. What was that like? Did you battle for that one?
It
No.
sounds like fucking hell. Fakey heel, fakey Manny.
Dude, it was so weird. We went there. I went there to try a completely different trick. I wanted to try like frontside half cab, like nose manny, and then like a trick out or something. I just wanted to like, I wanted to just do a trick on it because I knew I could, and I haven't like filmed a trick on it where I like really did something difficult in. So I was like, oh, I didn't think I could fakey heel flip, fakey manny it, but I've always thought about trying it.
Yeah.
And so we went there for a different trick. And then my homie Franky Heck was there, and he was trying to just film like some Instagram tricks. So we were like just taking our time. We weren't like really like breaking out the cameras yet. And so I was just trying different shit. And I kind of got over doing the frontside half cab nose manual thing. So I just tried one fakey heel up it and like just fakey heel flipped up it. And I was like, what?
First try?
Yeah, like I
That's
Wow.
impressive,
And I
dude.
was
That
like,
thing's
dude,
tall.
That's
I was
so
like-
that's fucked.
Dude, I didn't think. I was like, dude, there's no way. So I kept trying it, and then I would get up there every time, but I would just clip. Like I would get my front truck and like kind of just hang up, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like that doesn't make any sense
You're surprising
alone
yourself.
at this point. So I wasn't even about to like start trying it. So I just did like a couple fakey manis on it, and then I just like was like, I mean, I'll fucking try it, whatever. And then it took like, it really wasn't. It just was one of those days that it just worked. It really wasn't as hard as I was predicting or like expecting.
Yeah. Sometimes stuff just works out, right?
Yeah, it was so weird because I don't
That's
even.
crazy.
I'm not even like a fakey heel flip guy. It's not like I do that trick.
I love that trick, and that sounds like a fucking nightmare to get it
Yeah,
to
right.
fake.
It's like it just doesn't. I don't know what the fuck made
That
that.
that's so random. Like not even like one of your go-tos, and it's on the stage.
I've like always done that trick on like smaller manual pads. Like I've always done like fakey heel flip, fakey manuals, just because I like it's one of those manual tricks you don't really see. So I've always like done them, but I've never done it on anything like. I've never been like put to the test like, oh, all right, fakey heel flip over this thing. Like try it.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I
To
mean, that
myself.
thing's not low at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't think I could get
Who was that one fucker that fakey heel flipped over a table?
Oh.
Rambo.
Yes.
Yeah. He had that Jim Greco thing.
Yeah.
That's fucked, dude. That's insane.
Dude, we were asking that guy about him. I was asking like Beagle and those dudes. I was like, whatever happened to that guy? 'Cause I guess he was from like Colombia or Brazil.
Yeah, I remember he was foreign.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
from
what
like,
did
South
happen
America
to
or
that guy?
something.
Did they have an answer?
What up? Yeah. Run. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're
No, you're
good.
good.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
just
what were
asking
you
what
saying?
happened to that dude. I guess he had to go home or something, and then it just didn't work out. He was skating for Death Wish and stuff.
But not anymore.
I don't think he does anymore now.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, that's actually funny because like seriously every time I'm in a schoolyard, that's like for whatever reason like one of the first tricks that comes to my head of like how did Fakey heel go down over this?
Yeah,
That's
And
fucked,
You
man.
kind of just like haven't seen that guy since then.
How fast do you got to skate to be able to pop that high? You know what I
Dude,
mean?
it's crazy
Yeah.
if you watch I don't know if either of you I've seen
With
ET
Diego?
like when Diego kickflips the long ways, but if you watch when him and Nick Tucker are skating over a table the normal like the way everyone else skates over a table, like just because they have so much pop, they're not even going fast at all.
Yeah, they
That's
really don't
crazy.
go fast.
They're going
with
like
skate.
such a mediocre speed and just blasting tricks over it.
Well, sometimes
weird.
depending on what trick you're trying, it like speed won't necessarily help you for just depending on what trick.
Yeah, I mean you need to have control over it for sure.
Yeah, if you're trying like a shovety type trick, like if you want to like nollie tray flip a table, going fast might just like make it really crazy. But
Or
like, yeah, but like if you want to do like a straight like a fakey heel flip, like a trick like that, you definitely want to go fast.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Just I mean it depends on the way that the board's flipping or spinning.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine trying to get that over a fucking table. You got to be kidding me.
Do you skate? I can't think of any tricks in your parts skating over a table, but I would imagine that you do skate over tables.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean I have. I don't really have like I don't know. I don't really have a desire to do any like. There's no trick out there that I'd be like, oh, I gotta go do that one over a table because nobody's done it or
Mhm.
something. I feel like
Yeah.
it's
that makes
so
sense.
far gone. It's like that whole
Mhm.
fucking side.
Tables have been killed, that's for sure.
They've been switchback 3, man.
Yeah, seriously. Like once that one got laid down, it's like fuck, dude. I don't even.
Yeah, you have to bring out an MBD probably, or like something that's heavy, but do it in a line, or like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
No,
you're
I
gonna.
definitely like skating over tables and shit like that, though. I always did that shit in Florida. Like we would have this bench at the skate park that I grew up skating at, and we would just
Mhm.
skate over it, like just turn it sideways and just do lines like from this bench to this ledge that we had at the skate
Yeah.
park. Like wild.
Yeah, I love skating over schoolyard benches.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I just remembered talking about tables was that you filmed a 2-up for the barracks, correct?
I did, yeah.
Do you know when that any like sort of release date or update on that? Because
I
I think
actually-
you filmed that a little while ago, right?
Yeah, I was the second one finished, but
Oh,
I
really?
texted Chase yesterday actually about it. That's super random you bring it up because I've like spoken with him back and forth about like just doing other shit in there and whatever, and I was like, dude, when the hell is this supposed to come out? But I guess it's been hectic for them because they need more people. Like they've been trying to get 10 people
Oh.
to do it, and they just don't want repeats. I think
Yeah, that makes sense.
the only two repeats are Chris Haslam and Day One because
Day
they
One.
won the first two.
Yeah.
And from what I mean, don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but I think it's, I know TJ Rogers filmed one. I
Sick.
filmed one. Like Cody Cepeda, I know he's already done one, but I think it was just like out of like they needed people and Cody was down, so Cody did one. They mentioned Dane Vaughn. They
Whoa, that'd
mentioned
be cool.
the randomest one that Chase brought up was Tommy Sandoval. He wants Tommy Sandoval.
No way.
Yeah, and
That would be cool though.
Tommy Sandoval, Cookie. He was saying Cookie would
Oh,
be
that
in
would be
it.
sick. I love
Oh
Cookie.
shit!
Cookie's the man.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd like to see Bobby D come back, honestly.
yeah, that would.
Yeah,
I
you can
mean,
repeat
I
that
get-
one because he did a back three nose Mary.
Yeah,
Sure did.
He gets a
I think-
repeat for that.
I get why that they don't want repeat, just because there's dudes out there that everybody manual's so different, you know. Like there's so many different ways to like be the manual guy, so they just want to like keep it interesting for everybody and like.
I'd like to see Mark come back for sure.
Oh, MJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one would be fucking.
Has
rad.
Beeble hasn't been in it, has he?
Yeah, he was. He was in the first one.
Oh, he was.
I was
remember
saying
that.
they should have gotten. I mean, this is total left field, and I didn't know if they agreed with me, but I was saying Franky Villani just because I feel like he would bring something random.
Yeah, yeah. He has such a big bag of tricks. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I
You see
mentioned it
these
to
ups
Franky
and
too.
downs?
I was like, dude, if they hit you up, it's my fault, so you better do
It's
it.
my fault.
And he's like, I don't want to do
That's funny.
manuals. No, whatever. I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yo, did you see that he's off zero now?
No way.
Yeah,
Way.
Jamie Thomas posted like probably an hour before we started the show.
Really,
And
dude. He was
Really?
talking to me at Vans like 2 days ago about how much he like has just been kind of over it, but that's weird.
Well-
I mean,
That's
dude,
weird.
didn't Jamie say like I don't know a few months ago? I'm pretty fucking positive where
it
Jamie
was the
Thomas
Jeckham
actually
interview.
where he said that they couldn't afford to pay Frankie for a board, right?
What?
Yeah, I believe it was a
Something
Jeckham interview. I'll try to pull it up, but
Crazy.
So I mean, dude, it's like for Frankie, who's like extremely innovative skateboarder, extremely young, and has a huge like future ahead of him. You know, like
Yeah, that's
dude,
gonna hurt them.
you got to go out and take if a better offer is out there, or even if something else is out there. It's kind of shitty when your boss is saying, "Yeah, man, like our company is not going to be able to pay you,"
Yeah,
but you're
for sure.
literally leading. Like, I mean, when you think of Zero at this point, it's almost like Frankie was the face for the younger dudes.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely like kind of opening up like a different side of Zero that people didn't really like.
I
Exactly.
completely agree.
Yeah,
I completely
and
agree.
that's like what they needed, like desperately. I think they needed
Dude,
that.
Grant and I have said that on the show before.
they,
We said the exact thing.
But
I mean, especially after seeing it end, I think Zero needed Frankie more than Frankie needs Zero.
yeah, for sure.
Totally.
I mean, fuck, dude. I'm kind of
Fuck
that
yeah.
makes me nervous for Weimer because I feel like Weimer is gonna be like, fuck, what do I do?
Yeah, that's him and Frankie are close, right?
I mean,
I
they
mean,
know
at least
each other.
from trips.
Yeah, I mean, they're just the two like
The
animals.
younger
Like,
dudes.
they're like the two like
Right.
ones that everybody like all eyes are on them. Oh, when are their boards? You know, everybody wants to know when Weimer board's coming, and obviously a
Mhm.
Frankie board. But it's like both of them.
Well, dude,
What's been holding both of them
What?
back is the fact
Yeah.
that they're skeptical about how Zero has been. You know, like it just
Yeah.
it makes
I
it hard for
completely
them
agree.
because Weimer's in
Yeah,
a
it's
position
almost-
where he's like, dude, I need to make money, and if America or Vans or you know if some of this stuff isn't gonna work because I skate for Zero, like I gotta figure this out. Like
Oh, yeah.
Especially for Frankie, it almost seems like this may be like a blessing in disguise. Because obviously he lost his board sponsor, but at the same time, like, dude, he just dropped a super fucked up New Balance part. Like, I'm having a hard time believing that people aren't going to throw some boards at him.
yeah, I mean, apparently he's gotten hit up a handful of times while he was skating 4-0. He just like
Yeah, I would
didn't do what
assume.
he wanted to do.
he's
Doesn't
probably-
surprise me at all. He's good as fuck. Like I said, man, I feel like the word innovative works really well for him.
Yeah,
As we already
He's-
talked about the fakey front crook, dude, the late flip out he did was crazy. Crazy. And it's in his rough cut. He does it on like 3 different ledges.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, like find the one that like looks the best pretty much. Which is insane. Well,
I guess he just wanted that one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Frankie's
Um,
one of those people. If you skate with him, you'll like really see how he can do anything. Like literally.
That's what I've been told. I've been told that he just kind of doesn't fall off his board.
Yeah, and he does everything like in 1 or 2 tries on like a crazy shaped Zero board.
Frankie's one of the like most entertaining skateboarders, just because of
Yeah.
like pretty much what we're saying right now. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get out of them.
Yeah, his spontaneous side just like really grabs your attention.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sick. We're probably just gonna wrap it up from here. We had a really small topic list anyway, so Mike and I will go over those things next week. But thanks for joining us, John. We really appreciate that.
Yeah,
It
dude,
was
thanks for
a
having
good
me.
time.
I mean, it's just like,
Yo, give him again your video name of your video and when it drops and where they can see it.
wait, what? Repeat that one more time.
Give them when your video drops, the name and where they can see it.
Oh, Sickhead video. It's dropping on September 30th. We're gonna do a premiere. It's on September 30th at the Black Plague Brewery. There should be DVDs available then, and
Sick.
I mean we're doing a Long Beach premiere that Monday at the Good Bar. So
And then
that should be the
some
second.
parts will be released on Thrasher following that.
Yeah,
And
we don't have dates on that, but yeah.
yeah, at some point. And then they can stay up to date. You have there's a Sickhead Video Instagram account, right?
There is. That is correct.
Sick. Yeah, so everyone go follow that. Stay up to date with when the parts will
Yeah,
be
we
released
should
on
have-
Thrasher and everything else.
Yeah, we should be having some like footy extra stuff thrown on the gram just to, promote and get
Yeah.
a little bit more rise
Sick.
out of people. But yeah, we'll keep it going up until the fucking premiere. So
Yeah.
hopefully everybody who can make it, hopefully you can make it. I mean, you're an SD, so
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Cool.
I'll be there.
All right. Well, we will
Yeah,
be
dude.
back next week.
Hey, dude, thanks for having me. I'll
Yeah,
talk
of
to
course,
you guys.
John. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, later, players.
All right. Later.
Later, player.